Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are back. 7 a.m. A little pre-market action. Looks like we came a little late to this party. Great bounce here, just a push. So, not anything to do now except for check some things out. So, bright light. We got 8:30 building permits. 8:30. Okay, so at 8:30 we're going to make a wall. We're going to make a wall on the chart. A lot of things coming out at 8:30. Wow. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. GDP. 8:30 is big. Jobless claim. Yeah, huge. Okay. Guess what I will not be doing at 8:30. I will be purely a spectator for a minute. All right. So 8:30. What else? 10 new home sales. All right. Looks like it's going to get pretty wild today. 8:30, 10, 3 star. And a little bit at 11. Not too overly concerning. And 16:30. 16:30 will be out of there anyways. All right, cool. 8:30 and 10 are the bigs. 1300 is a 7-year note. Excuse me. It is worth mentioning. So we'll go 8:30. Wow, totally forgot. 8:30, 10, and then we'll do a 2 star at 1. All right, cool. So this is the NQ 1 minute. This is the NQ 2 minute. And we're going to put that up. And just like that, I need to check again. Uh-oh. 8:30, 10. Those are the bigs. I just go to, by the way, if anybody wants to see what I'm looking at here, it's investing.com. You can check that out. Then I click over here on economic calendar. I set it up for Eastern Standard Time right here. And then I always want to see today because I'm always looking at today. Unless I want to know what's for tomorrow later on, then click that. But 8:30, yes. Was it 10 or 10:30? 10. All right, cool. 8:30, 10, 1300. 8:30, 10, 1300. There's 8:30. Oh. Let's see, what did I get? That's exactly 8:30. I want to be in front of that a little bit. 8:28. Yeah. And then we're going to scroll over to like 10. Well, 9:58. Oh, missed it. All right, cool. I'm going to scrunch this down. I can run these up. This gives me my news wall. So if you're trading, if you're using certain prop firms, they don't allow you to trade during certain news events. You'll have to check with the actual provider themselves to see which one's yes and no. I know with Apex, you can trade through it, at least in the evaluation account. All right. Also, kind of want to trade some ES today, so We have 8:30 and 10. And this is the ES 1 minute. And we're going to do the same thing. Vertical line at 8:28. We'll keep it at 29 for right this second, and then one more at 9:58. Hey, you got that one right. All right, cool. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. Send them up. Send it down. All right, yesterday when I couldn't find for all that watched or watched after hours or anything like that, I kept finding the green bar because we were hitting highs, hitting highs, hitting highs. I couldn't find the red one anymore. I did first thing in the morning, but I guess I have it on the 1 minute, and it was just so far down that I never made it down there because we just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. So there they are. This shows the high of the overnight. This shows the low of the overnight. And it kind of gives us that range that happened, while we're asleep and the whole rest of the world's going on. All right, NQ 2 minute. NQ 2 minute, yeah. ES 2 minute. So we're going to trade, or I'm going to trade some ES today. Also going to trade some NQ. And from what I've seen so far, so check this out real quick. This is the ES 1 minute, right? Check this out. Kind of wild. And then it went, I could make that a lot bigger. Jeez, sorry about that. I don't know if you can tell that looks, and it's all digital, but that looks very digitized, almost like ones and zeros, almost like a computer, like 1942 graph layout where, you had all these not pixelations, but kind of choppy looking. Change that to the 1 minute on the NQ, and it looks almost normal. Like it looks kind of normal. It just looks like the regular old NQ, and then you go back to ES. See the difference? It's like, I don't know what exactly I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know exactly how to say it. This looks more, I don't know, old, like some old type of deal put this chart out. And then the NQ is like, oh no, we're normal. We're the same. Anyways, I just thought that was funny. I saw that a minute ago. I was like, dang. That's a big difference. All right, so I don't want to mix up charts. So when we're on the ES, I want the ES 1 minute and the ES 2 minute. When we're on NQ, I want the NQ 1 minute and the NQ 2 minute. So right now, with that being said, I don't want to trade something that looks like a crazy digitized picture or something. So I think this is smoother right now. Now during the regular hours, I would definitely say that this is not smoother. It's more all over the place everywhere. All right, NQ. This is great because this is for me too, right? I want to see exactly what I'm looking at and make sure those line up. So NQ2. Here we go. Put it close to the 0 line, and that never changes. I mean, it'll run out and in, but you won't lose it up in here. So if you were to put this up in here, put this up in here, depending on how the chart looks, well, of course it didn't move. Depending on how the chart looks, See how it gets away from us? And yeah, we got to scroll, but depending on how it looks, it can shove it off the screen. You have to go find it. Keep it tight right here. It'll show up all the time for you. So we got the news, the big events, which is going to be crazy town later. And then that's kind of what we're looking at. I mean, we can check the 1 hour. We talked about this yesterday. I think it was here. That 89 area. Yeah, because we were up in here. We were pushing, and I was like, this is a great spot. And then again, if we cut from there, I'd be interested in 70 and 26 and a quarter, 26 to 30. On the upside, you got this huge wall of I really don't want to be seen again. Just leave me alone. I do like this little area right here, though. This little area right here. So what I'm looking at is the bottom of this bar to the top of this bar. But, yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of power right there. 1 hour candles, guys. Big vector type 1 hour candles right there. And then a huge, that was 4. So in 4 hours in a row, that got all the way down to here. So far, we haven't even retraced half of the move. So I would just check that out. Keep that in mind. We are up in both of the accounts that we have running right now. We're up 915 and 400. Drawdown is almost full in this one. It's down just a touch. And it is full in the other one. The 150K account, I got caught up the other day. Right now it's gone. Not gone, but right now it's gone. That was a killer deal, I thought. 71% on the 150K, and then half off resets. Goal is not to have to reset, obviously, but you know how many times you had a goal and kind of failed along the way to getting there. If you can't handle failing, if you can't handle losing, if you can't handle the loss and manage the loss, how in the world are you going to manage anything else? That's this game. This game is full of that. So 1 hour, looking kind of meh, really. Just kind of back and forth. But good thing is we don't really trade the 1 hour, but we do like to look at it. This tells me that we had a lot of power yesterday. Today's a new day, but a lot of power yesterday. Slap back down. All right, 15 minute. We're sitting at a pivot. And we are above, we're above kind of everything while I'm here. I want to make this a solid line. We're above the 200, we're above the 20, we're above the 14, we're above VWAP, all that good stuff. And that is the overnight high right there. So it's been putting in a little work here this morning, obviously. You can see it right there. 5 minute. kind of having that ceiling. So we had a 200 touch right here yesterday. So we had the 200 come in and touch right here. And this area kind of chopped up a little bit, right? You see that right there. So now we came back into this area. We rejected once, twice. Yeah, that lines up. I was going to say that's a little deep. That actually lines up in here too still. Now we're getting back up into the top. We got back up into the top of this kind of area. And right now we're rejecting again. So patience, patience, patience. Big news is on the horizon. 8:30, big news. 10 o'clock, big news. And apparently, before we got here, 6:30 was a nice, clean little run up. You can see it there, smooth, smooth. So, yeah, that's what we got here. All right, base hits. Base hits equal men on base. Men on base equal chances to score. Runs batted in. Well, those RBIs, but. All right. Can we hold this area and keep pushing or no? VWAP's all the way down here. Is that a little peekaboo, like to test the waters on the lower side and shoot it back up, or we're gonna roll off here? Wow. We definitely rolled off. That's down. When we get the word out on this, maybe I'm going to do some shorts and different things just to tap into that. My thought process on this was get in here 7 to 9 and give a lot more people a chance that, they have to work at 9:30 or they have to travel for work. When I mean travel, it's just drive to work. So if you get to the office a little early or just kicking it at home, you tune in beforehand. Hang out, have a good time, get a feel for the market. Once open happens, it goes crazy. All right, got this little doodad here, and we did it twice. Set hold for a second. Give it a little, rattle this can a little bit, or just punch right through it. Obviously, 6:30 was the time to be here. I got here and sat down. It was right here. I was like, oh, man. That looks so good, too. Off the 800, so off the 800, 1850 to 63. Pre-market, right? Off the 200, I don't know anybody. you could pop that there. Let's just say you did. 25.63. 630. 707. That's why I like pre-market. It just so happens that, when do you get here? Do you get here when it moved at 5:45? Do you get here when it moved at 6:02? You got to be consistent, and next trade available, or the next time you're here when it does things like that. There you go. If you focus on being here, whenever every little move pops out, that would drive me crazy. There's 50. That's the 50 touch. The retracement. Yeah, so that's the 50 retracement. And it lines up with some support. That doesn't mean anything right this second. It doesn't mean, take the trade. No. Just let it show you. Like here, it kind of showed us, right? Boom. Right off the 200, 2 minute. Boom. Just gone. That's the 2 minute, right? And then the 1 minute showed it off the 800, back tested the 200, back tested the 14. Just boom, boom. Rattled the can, boom. Just kept on keeping on. There's our wall of news. Oh, here we go. Now I can change it to 28. I missed this one. Yep. And I don't even really care what it's called. I just know that it's important to us, so. I'll make sure it follows right along in here. So you kind of want to center this on that line. I'm going to do one more for the other one. What time was it? 10? I remember that one. It's jobless claims. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. Not what I wanted. Hey, look, it did bounce. Not 3, not 2. 3. And not ginormous. Put that back down. Alright, cool. Now, that'll stay with us the rest of this time. Gosh, dang. Look at that. Ah. Like I said, some people don't like them on the lower time frames. Guys, 50% is 50%, you know. If you run on a lower time frame over 400 candles, 50% is 50%, right? So time frame I don't think is relevant. Now would I say that if you're trying to trade for, you know, over a week and you're looking at the 1 minute, probably not the best idea. It's not my thing. Oh wow, golly, look at that. Did go. All right. So I'm gonna get rid of this. It's just something to look for. So I was trying to see a general zone here where we might come back to. And lo and behold, that was it. Okay. Well, we talked about this yesterday. Go 50%. Our chances of getting back up in here are good. If we had recovered deeper, our chances of recovering 50% of this and back would be better. We're still down here. Let's see if we can pull that off here. We're still down. It may rotate a little bit more, though. It's the only problem. Oh, pre gave me no green there. Now, the fees are a little higher. So we're looking for just a small push down in here. 800 and the 20 at the same time. That's all you're going to give up, you stingy thing. We had both of these down and lower. That's the reason I was looking at that. Plus, we're here. That usually calls for a nice little rejection for a second or two. But doesn't mean it has to, right? We're looking for just this little touch. This looks great for it. This looks good. We are under, but we are 50%, and it's maybe trying to shift back to here eventually. All right. I think that's going to get filled. Oh, I'll take 200. I'll take 200. It would have got filled, but now I know that, right? All right, guys. So yeah, just like that. $200. How long did that last? I got in here. I had to wait 1 minute, and then what? I don't know, 15 or so seconds. 1 minute and 15 seconds. Not too bad. I do not have a trade copier on. Although I do believe that Apex has just came out with or is coming out with a trade copier on the Apex accounts themselves. I also know that if you trade with some other, not other than Apex, I'm just saying like other platforms like Ninja, there's a way you can do it. You can set one up. I know there's some aftermarket ones. Tradevate has one built in, so you can, as far as I know right now, Tradevate, you can do 3 accounts. You go into your back page, and you drag over the accounts that you want to copy. And it'll be a group right up here on your account. It looks like this. I had it set up at one point way back. It says manage groups, right? Copier 3. So you can copy 3, and you can slide over those 3 that you want to copy, and it just takes all 3 at the same time. If you're awesome and can trade 3 at the same time, or you don't have to be awesome. You know, you put up $200, $300, $400, $500 a day, 10 grand a day, whatever it is you do, and you feel comfortable with doing it at the same time with 3 of them. Hey, rock it. If not, then I'm trading 1 at a time right now, because if I make a mistake and I blow 1 or get down really big in 1, I have more options. I'm not done. And so I'm sticking with that plan for now. Okay. Wow, we are really hanging on right there. We are below. We're not below here, but they're in the right direction. That's really hanging on. Normally when we do a 50% though, not normally, I'm more interested in this still kind of making its way up here than I am for potentially this going down here. This direction says down. This direction right now does not. It is under, but it doesn't say that. This says down. We're above. And both of these are starting. Both of these say down. So the 2 minute is, 2 minutes flat. 2 minutes flat. Looks like that 800 on the 2 minute is, that's 4 bars that it couldn't get through. That's 4 times right there. Where's my mouse going? Look, I'm not even touching it. It's just kind of cruising off the page. Oh, Lord. The only one thing that I see that says up still, like not go down yet, we'll put it that way, in my opinion, is that right there. This MACD money is up on the 1 minute. So we'll see. I still like the push. I still like this to come up into here. I still like it to come up into here. I don't know about much past that. I like this pivot right here. We do have a micro head and shoulders. 1, 2, 3. This isn't done yet, though. This could invalidate that easily. We're showing 1, 2, potential for 3. I thought I had to sneeze. I still think I do. Yep. Well, that woke me up. It's violent. I still like the up action. Look here. Nothing for me to do here, but let it tell us, right? So now the 1 minute money line says yes, right? This says yes. This is kind of going up, but it doesn't say do it now. The 20 is still rising. Like I said, I like to push into here. 52-ish, which we kind of already got. And then I like 55 and potentially 57. So the 2 minute MACD money line says no, not yet. The 1 minute MACD money line says, come on, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. So we did have a clearing bar on the 1 minute. And it looks like we're shoving. We held the 800 there. Closed above it again for like the third time right there. And then held it. So far, right? Like I know we're so tight in here, but I'd almost like to see that. I'd like to see that bar close and say, okay, we were serious or more serious. That's just my interpretation too, by the way. Right before the bar closes, it's really just talking about it. That's kind of how I look at things. It's like, oh, you're just talking about it. You can go all the way up here and you're just talking about it. Close up here and hold up here. Now you're going to be about it. Oh yeah, so this weekend I'm going to go do some cami netting. I don't know if that's going to be more like a ghillie suit or if it's going to be more like real tree. I got to hook up with some of my military buddies, Marine friends. I had a bunch of stuff. I had poncho liners. I had all that stuff when I was in back when, I say old school, but my version of old school is way, way back. But my version for anybody in the 20 to 30-year-old range is my version when I was in rocking it out, doing my thing. That would be old school to you guys, probably. I'm not that old, but I know you're thinking it. There it is. Wow, 1 minute showing some strength right there off the 14. See how this kind of hooked it, and then they crossed. Again, it is the 1 minute, but I trade the 1 minute a lot, and so so we got the close above here. Indecision. That one closed up. The 2 minute says up. I hate the 20 being flat, guys. I really do. I think we're going to get the push right here. God. So that was it, right? Oh. Just whack the mic. That was it. So 50. Entry was anywhere in here. So let's just call it 50. I got up to 53. That would have filled my 2.5 points. 5 contracts is what I'm using, and 2.5 points in this game with 5 contracts on NQ would equal 250. So it's a little bit better than pass and go on Monopoly. And everybody loves to pass go on Monopoly. Everybody. Like, oh man, I bought too many properties. I had to pay all this rent. I need to pass go and not go to jail, so I can get my $200. I think it's $200. I just talked about this. 1 minute showed it the absolute best. Just talked about target being 54.75. 55, which we got. And then next one, all out for me would be 57.50. Might punch through here. Best case scenario right now, I would be, if I was running this, which I'm not, that would be my, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Next. Oh, I'm also going to work on this coupon. This coupon code up here, QTOIFTLW. I'm hopefully going to work on getting that to just be simple. NCO. That's what I want it to be. Make that a little bit easier if you just go straight to the site and don't click the link, which I would rather you did click the link. That will fill in for you. But if you go straight to the site, don't click the link, then at the bottom when it asks you for a coupon code, right now it's that one right there above the cursor, right? It's that. But I want that to say NCO. Oh my gosh, look at that. What'd I say? Up there, thank you, Dunzo, next trade. Come again, right? And wow, 1 minute crushed that. So like I said, this started turning, right? This was already turned. This said go time. We come back through. That's why I like the 1 minute so much. And this should have been the go, right? As soon as this rotated, this 49, 64. Sometimes I only want to trade the 1 minute and not look at the 2, because the 2 minute 20 curled down right here. Even though we cleared, this bar cleared, right? You can see that. This held it. We talked about it. This held it. This bar cleared. And I was like, oh, that's usually a good sign. I didn't like how flat this was. At the time, this wasn't pointing down. So this looked like that at the time. This was still flat / kind of pointing up. This one was the one that said, hey, I am front running that one, so listen to me. It's kind of I want to see kind of setups here, and then I want to look over here for an entry. I'm working on that. That's part of what I've been working on lately, notes wise. Is I see what's happening, but guys, we rejected that. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that one told the story. That's what I got to work on. So when that one told the story at 7:38, 7:40, you look over here, 7:40, okay, 7:41, what am I talking about? I'm sorry. We held this 48. Where did I get 720 from? That's crazy. We held this down. This painted the picture, held the 800 and rotated. Now we got 50. Say 740. I have no idea where I got that 740 stuff at. Anyways, 50, it pushed up. So, oh, I'm sorry, 748. I got it. Time now. Wow. Slow guy. So 740 right here. And then we pushed and popped it. Okay? And there you go. Off to the races. This showed the rotate. So what I mean by rotate is when something is coming up to something, back tests it, and continues like that. It just rotated this right here. Like right here, it just rotated it. If it didn't rotate it, it would just go whoop, whoop. Well, anyway, that's what I mean when I say it. I don't know what anybody else says. It goes up. That's what I mean. Otherwise, I would just say reject. Oh, it rejected. News in 40 minutes. 40 minutes. 3-star, huge. Be careful. Right there. Huge, be careful at 10 as well. Right there. Be careful all the time and protect all the time, but got to do what works for you. We're just going to reject the pivot. Okay. So I didn't want to make a new high. Like, when you come out of this 50% drop, which was almost perfect, right? Let's see if I can show this some other way. I can show it on the Qs. Let me do this. What the heck? All right. I'm working on my other screen right now so we can still see what's going on with this. See if I can find it. I'm just going to go to the Qs real quick on TradingView. I can mark up TradingView a whole lot quicker than I can without having Oh, you know what? That's not even true. I remember now. We have that squiggly line thing. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Okay, so let me see. Here we go. So the theory is we go from here, we go to here, we go halfway, then we go to here, right? All things line up and considered, okay? But if we come in here, instead of just stopping at half and coming back up, if we come any deeper, like say we had come to here, or even all the way down to here, then what I would want to see is half of this move again, continuation. But we did half of this move. So what we did was we shot up and got half of this move. And there is the end game, in my opinion. Could it shoot out and go 5,000 more points? Yeah. But new highs often fail. Like, for instance, oh, I can't move with this. It's on here. Dang. Okay. So this is overnight too. 2:26 a.m. 2:26 a.m. As far as overnight went, well, that was a new high, right? Reject. New high, came back down. But then ultimately it went back up. But I'm just saying, like, almost immediately this got over this, right? Here's a high. This got over this and almost immediately rejected. Yeah, it pushed back, but I'll take my chances. So here was the high. This got over that high. Here was the high. Okay, let's see. All overnight, right? There it is. Then this pushed over it. Boom, rejected. Yeah, it continued. It did keep going, but that's why when we're talking about here, could this continue? Yeah, but we got right to it. That's good for me. That's good. Down, above, but down, down, not down. And this looks down. So, do we go 50% of this? I'm not going to keep drawing all the crazy tools on there, but this one I will. So now we got halfway and all the way back to here. So, would you go here and then back out or continue? We'll see. We're just wanting the in-between stuff. It looks pushy to me, or drippy, but this, that says hang on a second, but this is down. So I would assume, again, guessing, but if this then that, this comes down, hits at 20 again, kind of like this. This comes down. The 20 starts rolling off. This comes down. This comes back to it. Maybe penetrates the 200 that rolled. Maybe. Or holds. If this, then that, right? There we go. I wish there was some sort of notification for the chat, like ding, ding. Of course, if there was 4 million people in here, it would ding, 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 ding. Kyle, buddy, what's up? Daily candle looks like we are losing momentum from a big move up. I could see that. I mean, think about it. All-time highs again and again and again, right? All-time high, reject. We kind of just talked about that on the small time frame. All-time high, reject. All-time high, reject. And it doesn't have to be all-time high. It could just be new high, reject. New high, reject. Kyle, when you coming up here, bud? I need you to come up here. Could be a red day. Yeah, so many years ago when I was watching or paying a lot more attention to crypto, actually paying only attention to crypto because I didn't do this, I watched a Trader's Reality channel for crypto. Guy was awesome. He started in Forex, and he still trades Forex. But the way that he converted his channel to crypto, the way he converted his channel to crypto, he started talking about the same concepts that applied and made a modified chart on TradingView that shows some different angles, some different effects, and the way he explained it out was really cool. And that's how I really started to learn this. So I was on the 15-minute and the 1 hour. That being said, the way that chart responds is completely different to this, but even he would say, we have a certain range, ADR, average daily range. You got the ADR, high ADR, the low ADR, and all that stuff, and it would matter because I guess in Forex there's a pip and all that good stuff. So the daily range of that particular item was kind of set, and it wasn't a guarantee, but it was kind of set. And that's what he's saying, like new highs are a sticky area. New highs are a sticky area. And the theory behind it was, I'll do it on the 1 minute, is that the 1 minute's not that great to do it on. It's easier on the 1 hour. So let's check that out real quick. I'll do the 1 hour full size. We'll scale this down so you can see it. The idea is that you have, in Forex, it was Monday, Tuesday, one direction, Wednesday, reversal. Monday sets the market, Tuesday, a direction, Wednesday, kind of a reversal, Thursday, Friday, kind of like back to where the market was set. And I don't mean just up and then straight back down to exactly the number we set at, but oh man, I don't know if I can scrunch this far enough. And I may have to zoom in. Let's just zoom in on a spot. All right, right here. So the idea is this. The idea is this. You create an M like that. Then you have a drop. 1, 2, 3. Come back up. Come back down. There's your W. This will make a W in a second. There's your 1. There's your 2. There's whatever. I'm making this up right this second, but there's boom. 3 M formation, even though small. Boom. You get the point. That was the concept behind it. Market moves in threes. There's pushing. You have double bottoms. You have all kinds of different types of bottoms, but that was the concept behind it. It was actually really, really cool. But I was doing it on the 15 minute and the 1 hour. The 1 minute and the 2 minute are completely different animals. Completely different animals. They're not really. They do the same thing, but a lot faster, obviously, than the 1 hour. All right, let's get back to our reality. Ooh. Ooh. Are we going to swerve or go? It looks go-y. It looks go-y to 29.75, but who knows? All right, the boss just called. The boss is my wife. So I'm going to mute this real quick and give her a shout back.
Order filled. Stop filled. Stop filled.
Okay. So that stunk. I really wanted that push to here. I don't even know that it's over yet, but that's okay. It cost me a little bit. And we're down 20 bucks on the day. Awesome. I still think we're going, though. What's this say? 1, 2, da, 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 da. Sure does look like we're going to. I don't know. When it gets choppy like this, it's kind of ugly, to be honest with you. Daily candle looks like we're losing momentum for big move out. Could be a red day. Haha, March. All right. Jesus, that is so flat. Flat. This looks so down, though.
Order
I've got to
filled.
roll with it. I mean, the chart says it right there. I mean, plain as day says. That's showing a pop back up real quick. I want this just to come down into this area. Some more. Some more. Recover the bayonet there. Some more. Like, more. This should come down some. I see a micro head and shoulders, though, so I don't like that. Might have to cut this.
Order filled.
All right, well, that worked. I like this to the 200 still. I just want it to roll sooner than later. Would be great. It almost doesn't. We got 1, 2, 3 right there. If that. Coming down. I just don't want this to hook. Ideally, we would get through, take the first hook, and come down. I don't want that to hook. And then this is a micro head and shoulders. Inverse. Inverse head and shoulders. And that's what I was really concerned about, was these 3 points right here. Show that a little bit bigger. That was my only concern about pushing down right then. There's 1, 2, and that little guy is the third right there. And then it pushed up. I know that doesn't look like much, but it is. And those are the moves that can just, that's the start, right? You got to have a start. This could drop still. I'm just saying, like, that's the reason that I was like, good, I don't know if I'm going to hold on to this for too much longer. Now we have a bayonet here that could run. But I don't know if that bar's not full. So when that bar's not full, it creates a dual tail bar. 20's flat. Nothing really to do, honestly. I just like those little short pops. You know, those little short pops can get you, $250 real quick. Or they can blow your account up. Oh, I get it now. I was sitting there analyzing what Kyle said. He's like, March. And I understand what he's saying now. But I wanted him to come up here. And hang out for a week or so. But that would be tough in March. All right. I want this to go. It looks like 1, 2. And if that was to create a loop for 3, that would be awesome. I would be looking potentially here. 25. And here, you kind of see it exaggerated. 1, 2. Can we get the 3? Or does this go 1, 2, 3? Boom. So we'll see. Right now it looks more like 2, and then great example here. 1. You can start here. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay. Now watch. 1, 2, 3. Boom. That's what I'm saying, Daniel. Welcome to the party. Yeah. You could wreck your account. But, that's why, like, right now, I've been such a break-even kind of trader, which is, again, a far better step towards the correct side of things. Because, all right, there's number 3. Because you start out losing, and then one day, magically, if you make it that far, you get break even. It's like, all right, progress. Here we go. Look at this. God, the 1 minute still says no. Which is great, because we didn't get in down here. It's only 3 points right now because we're pre. I almost got in right here and let it just shove. But that right there, ooh. What is autofill? That's the one thing I don't like about this MACD on this chart, is because it autofills in the thing. Watch. It's kind of nice because it never goes away. Well, you can make it bigger. Oh, okay. I'll say it's kind of nice because it doesn't ever go away, but at the same time, sometimes I just want to make it, I want to see more of it. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. We are green on the day. Not a lot, but we are green. That 1 minute just saved my butt right there. That right there saved my butt. Because I really thought, and it did it, right? It did it. I really thought this, okay? And what it do? Boom. And this goes, not today. So that saved my butt right there. Big time. I still think ultimately I'd like to see the VWAP again. Sooner than later, I guess, is what I mean. We're going to see it again, but sooner than later. Oh, yeah, and I was playing with some settings yesterday. Check this out. This is the 20 on the 1 minute, right? So on the 1 minute, it's the 20. This is the 2 minute 20. So if I take the 1 minute 20 and make it 40, it mimics this. Watch. See how that's popped up? And this is that pop-up that's above that 20? Because that 20 is showing the same thing. Watch. It's almost the same. So now, well, it should be the same. But here's the touch. Here's the touch. So now I can trade basically the 2 minute 20 on the 1 minute chart. So that's something that I'm trying to play with and see if I can make it make sense. Kyle, did you catch that? Did you catch what I just said? I know you liked the 1 minute for a while, and I know you liked the 2 minute. But I looked at that last night. I was kind of playing around with some charts after hours. I was at my office. And a lot of times we're looking at the 2 minute 20, which this is the 2 minute, right? And this is the 20. This is the 2 minute 200. Okay. So but look at the entry difference. Okay. Sometimes. Again, there's no right way. There is no right way. But I'm looking at the 2 minute 20 on the 1 minute chart. Okay. So like here, you could see. Let's see. If you wanted to look at here, this crossed right here at 618. So where did it happen here? This is so slow that it might actually be the same. This one crossed sooner at 616. 618 is in here. So right there it is. During market hours, this makes way more sense. And you can see it so much better. Because what'll happen is right here, the 1 minute will show it first. Things will line up, the 1 minute will show it first. And then you're rocking. So basically it's like an advanced entry. That's something that I'm messing around with. Seeing if I can make it make sense in real time. That's why I like the money line so much. Even on the 1 minute. I like it on the 2 minute too, but on the 1 minute, the money line works kind of like the 9. Kind of like the 8 or the 9. I like the 14 because it's in between the 20 and it's in between the 8. So 8 to 14 is 6. 14 to 20 is 6. It's kind of that dead in the middle. All right, we got the 3 touches. Boom, boom, boom. Do we roll out or is this making a W? Ooh, above. Above. We're going triple toppy before open? Going triple top before open? That was a nice bayonet right there. It's kind of already played. See? 2 minutes shows it as single. This shows you 1. Oh, look. Oh, 2. Makes sense, right? 1 minute showing half of what the 2 minute shows. And just like that, 2 minute bayonet. Dang. There may be some, that this bar had to be full. And then this would be the stopping point. This would be the bayonet, and this would be the push. I'd have to really read up on that. That's called a sword, but we're rocking the whole military stuff here. So bayonet, and it played right. So if you had a Stream Deck, full bore right there at 48, bing, 54, 6 points. In the 300K account, I think you could trade 30 contracts. You rock 30 contracts for 6 points. That's something else. That is something else. That's what P-Dubs over doing. Let's see. 30 times 20. So 600 a point times 6. Yeah. $3,600 in. Well, that was a 2 minute bar, so I guess 2 minutes. But it's one of those deals where you kind of got to be quick, right? Or when you get below it, you see it, you get below it, you may be able to just set an order there. And then you can adjust it. But that was so quick below that it would be hard. It would be easier, in my opinion, just to push a button. One single button that executed all of that. Oh, we're above. See? Triple toppy. Right here. I'm almost more interested in what this is doing versus what these two are doing. And then what it's creating. So I got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And if you run that on a slant, I know this is a little bit tough to maybe follow him, but look at this. Shoulder, head, shoulder. The head's above both the shoulders. Right? And there's the results. That got filled right back up. We're above the zero line still, so. And we're pushing away from it actually pretty decently right this second. I don't like that the 2 minute 20 is flat. And the 1 minute 20 is essentially the same now as the 2 minute 20. Oh, that's why it looks so different. I just changed it. So I changed it to the 40 so it mirrors the 2 minute. Now watch. Now that makes more sense. I'm not used to seeing it like this on the 1 minute. I'm used to seeing it like this on the 1 minute. Well, that makes perfect sense now. Of course it does, right? Like I said, playing around with it. Let's see. maybe, just maybe, that's why no one really goes live before 9 a.m. or whatever. It's because maybe no one's tuning in. Everybody's asleep. We're getting ready for work, getting that extra hour. I would much rather get up early and go to bed early. And it's not an old thing. That's been kind of my whole life. Like, I've always been an early person. I'd much rather get up early, whether I stayed up late or not, than I would stay out all night. Like, I'm an early person. Kind of messed up on that deal. That the 1 minute showed a perfect deal here. Kind of messed that up because I had the 20 on the 2 minute chart. Which, honestly though, you know, when this is flat, what are we gonna do? We're probably gonna oscillate this range. And so that being said, ranging market, if you have the stones or the wherewithal about you to buy at the top don't buy at the top. To buy at the bottom and sell at the top every single time it turns over, you got a better look than I do. 8:30, see? Now we're running into this. This right here says, hey, look at me. Don't do anything dumb. Almost looks like it's rotating back. See how this now pulled it away? So I got to keep it tight. Same thing. All right, what does that look like? So like I said, we had that little micro head and shoulders right here. It came up and back tested, and the MACD money said boom, and that's exactly what happened. I've gotten way more used to the 1 minute anymore. But if we go to ES 1 minute, now ES is starting to look better, right? Here's all that digitized, that's perfect. Here's all that digitized junk that we were talking about earlier. Now it's a lot smoother. Look at all these gray bars with no color to them. No bueno for me. Now it's starting to look like something. I'm going to take a break for a quick second. I don't want to be in this at 8:30, so I'm going to, like I said, just take a quick walk around my office. There is news right here, guys. Right here. Oh, crap. Right here. 8:30. This. Okay? This. Big news. I'll be right back. All right. Here we go. Oh, wow. That's why we mark it on our chart right there. Wow. I mean, what did that jump? 56 to 13. That's wild. Like quickly. And that's not even some of the biggest ones we've seen. 13, yeah, 56, 57. That 40 points. That was only 40 points. I had to make my screen smaller, I think. $40 points. That's why we mark these things. Okay, I said 40 points. That just broke that. All right, 14 is the low. $14 is the low. And 70 is the high. So far. 14 is the low, 70 is the high. That's our overnight low. And we're just creating more, essentially overnight highs because the market's not open yet. The U.S. market's not open. These you can trade almost all the time. Let's look at the 15 real quick. All right. Okay, yeah. Ooh, what do we got? What do we got? Curious. Let's see. Oh, I kind of need more room on that. There we go. Is that the fit? No. Close. Yeah. Oh, it's right at the 50. Right at the 50 fib right now. From the giant move down yesterday. Right at the 50. That's wild. I almost want to just throw some downside action on, but that's a good way to get. No way. And it may play. Of course, you could get the 618, and the 618's all the way up, a lot further. So rotate this back, create this range. I'd say we're going to hit both. I would guess that we're going to hit both levels today again. Look at this, guys. Straight up. I almost want to bring this straight back to here. Straight back to 65. It would be a 5-point stop if I did it right now. Definitely not something that I would recommend. But look at that. Just gonna run it again or color change and push. I would say that's about done, but I don't know. I didn't make the market. I'm not the one in there pushing buttons. But they're not just going to give it to people, right? They're not just going to let people out, take a 100-point short that easy, right? Or whatever. Yeah, 89 to, what did I say, 13? So it's not quite 100, but. So, Daniel, next time I recommend, if you're going to come in here, we don't want to blow up accounts, bro. Don't be so negative. All right, so the 50 was at 81, and we're at 88. Okay, so I'm going to click this off. 81 was the 50. I'm just going to make a little quick note of that. 81 was the 50. Yeah. So that means, what was the 618? That's worth looking at. Let's see. 618 is 0750. Okay. 0750. So we're going to make another line at 0750. 0750 right there. Okay. This is the 50% off the high. That's the 618 off the high. When I say off the high, this is what we're talking about. This one to here. I don't really much need that anymore. Right? So this drop. Oh my goodness, watch this. 700. If that gets 0750 and drops, I'm gonna just be like, I won't even be like super impressed, but at the same time, it'll be like, oh, of course that happened, because it always does, right? Or it happens so frequently, anyways. 04 front running 750. And then do we rattle? Do we rattle between the 618 and 50 until open? Or do we recover news? Seems like most of the time we recover news. Seems like. So we had one push. That was the second push on the 1 minute. Is that done, or do we have a third push? This is a hidden, right? So this right here shows, when you look at this enough, you know that this shows this. You don't even have to know what this looks like because you can see it right here. Same thing. This showed this. If you know what you're looking at, this isn't super necessary right this second because you could see it. But I will say that you could also see this here way more visually, and you could catch this better than catching it down a short. You know, when you're thinking, oh, red, 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 red. Well, it cleared, and then we pushed. Kind of the same thing right here. We'd have to close, though. I want to see it close. Like this one closed. 618. 0750-ish, like right in there. All right, so that started to how do you say, like, lack a little luster, kind of showing some volume drop, right? Not as much of these power greens. Gotta watch this spot though. 90. Gotta watch 90 heavy. Gotta watch 90. We're still in the top third. Well, heck, we're in this top eighth of this move. So we're not out of the woods yet. I like 80. Kind of like 50. 60, rather. Gotta watch 90. Gotta watch 90. Let's see. I have all this space over here. Eventually, Kyle will be in this space. All right, there's that 90 touch. I think we come on down into here, honestly. 81. Could have probably pulled the trigger a little sooner, Ronnie. Jeez. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, not now. You gonna pull back now? No way. Pay me. Pay me. There it is. There it is. Cash and checks. There's the 50, right? So there's the 618, there's the 50. So do we kind of hold up here? We'll see. I like the 79 so far, but as this is up, this is rising. So that doesn't mean that we can't catch up with this up here, right? This bounces, this comes back, and then it comes back to it. Oh, see? See, a minute ago, this was down here. Now it's up here. So we got to watch the rattle can in here. That green line is the overnight high. That's our highest that we've been in this overnight session. This green line is the 618 retracement of this move, this giant move. And this green line is the 50 retracement of that move. So it's boom, 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 boom. There's the 618, there's the 50. And that's what I was thinking, rattle can. All right. Green on the day still. That's awesome. Pre-market. Let's see. If I made a little error earlier, which is okay. 375. We're up right now, 375. And I had a losing trade. So I had a losing trade of, looks like 190. What doesn't look like, it is. Take that away. Oh, right? Coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? All right, cool. So there we go. We're hitting the 14 on the 1. We're close to the 50 on the 2. 50 retracement. Fib retracement. Awesome. That thing just went dead. I'll swap it out with the other one. These things are great. I love these things. All right. So a lot of times when we go up in here with news, a lot of times what we do is we just end up coming right straight, kind of straight back down. You know, it'll oval or whatever, but we end up coming down like this. This one's like, nah, I ain't coming back yet. I ain't coming back for you yet. Took a nice little winner there. And kind of wish I was long anywhere else in here. I think Pop just showed up. Fingers crossed he brought breakfast. So I don't want to rush it or force it, but at the same time, um, kind of want to get these accounts moving. Apex is still doing the 80% and passing one day. They have all kinds of size accounts. They have all different, not all different. There are different sizes of accounts. There are different people you can trade with. Link is down in the description of the channel box. Coupon code top right of the screen here, and that'll get you their best deal that they're offering right now, which is 80% off of the combine cost of the performance account. Evaluation account. The evaluation account, and then you can pass one in one day. That link will take you to the exact location of their page and kind of show you the breakdown of the differences. $618 from the bottom of the giant move, right there. And 50% right there. And we're just oscillating between them. So this is kind of like the little combat zone right here. I mean, this is the deal where you fight. You know, does it want to continue to go up, or does it not? That's a huge move, guys. 04 is the high, and 13, let's call it 14, is the low. That's 90 points. And we have some news later at 10 a.m. news. All right, there's the 618 touch. Right smack to it, right there. That's the 618 touch. With the least amount of risk, I should have maybe took a short and just put my stop right above it. I'd already got filled. I'd have got filled immediately on that. And that's why I wouldn't hang on to it. I mean, look at the push. Look at all the green bars. I wouldn't hang on to it. I'm going to hang out for probably about 10 more minutes. And then come back. Well, I hope to come back just prior to 10, like 5-10 minutes till 10, when that news comes out. Then we ideally want to let that settle. And after you let that settle, you can start looking for whatever it is that you like to see. So with my rattle can theory, we just hit the top of the can. 20 on the 2 minute is still way down here. Let's look at the 5. Yeah, see? Oh my goodness. There's still room for 65. Good Lord. On the 5 minute. 15 minute says I'm in control. The Bulls are in control right now, right? So is the 5, but top of the can. Can we get through here? Likely. But I also don't want to get, the 1 minute is saying, hang on a second. Don't get too crazy, right? Thank you, Mr. 1 minute. Or Mrs. Whatever. So, yeah, after the open, or leading into the open, I'm probably going to look at ES today. And see what that looks like. Let's see what it looks like right now, because we're not doing anything here. Yeah. Always looks a little skewed when you have news. This was kind of normal, and then all of a sudden, boom, right? But during hours, if you look at this here, there's a great play off the 20, great plays off the 20, and then great play off the 20, great play off the 20. So had some moves here. That was after 1 o'clock. The chop zone from 11 to 1. Imagine that. Kind of did exactly that. But in here, you had resistance, 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 drop. Resistance, drop. Resistance, drop. I mean, that can make your whole morning right there. Whether you're looking for $20 a day or whether you're looking for 20 grand a day. I mean, it's whatever your process is. But whatever it is, write it down. Top of the can. We're under here. It's pretty flat, though. This is getting flat, too. I really want to see the open kind of bring this back down into this range, but who knows? Like right in here. I mean, that's something worth, in my opinion, worth noting. I mean, right in here. And that can never get seen again. I mean, today. They could just keep running. You never really know. Uh-oh, we just blasted the 618 for a second. Are they trapping? Is this a trap? We'll find out. We will find out. We got 1 minute to close on this bar. It's a push-in, like I said. 15 minutes says I'm in control. Bulls are in control. 5 minutes says Bulls are in control. 2 minutes says the same thing. All right. Now that bar closed in 6 seconds. Was it a trap or we'll just keep going? $375. Man, I was hoping to do a little bit better than that. I was hoping to do a lot better than that, but you'll want in one hand. Well, you know the rest. So now if we get too far extended here, I would want to recover half of this move back and then look for a shift. The 1 minute's showing a little bit of signs of weakness there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was going to turn red on the 2. Mm-hmm. Was it a trap? But then where do we come back to, right? So let's just say it is a trap. Dump to here, or does it come and rotate this top, this top, this top, this top, and so on? I honestly think this will be worth 2.5 points. Yep, there it was. All right. Yeah, that was quick. Just a little. Doop. What do we say? Doop. All right, the MACD money line is down on the 2 minute and the 1 minute. So look, where do we get to here? None of the tippy tops exactly here. This one, same. Close, but same. All right, let's see, 9 a.m. Let's show this. I won 60% of my trades. I didn't take very many. I did lose one for 190. Total profit was 625. Gross P&L after fees. Fees were $60. It's pre-market, but fees were $60, and I'm up 375 pre-market. I was really hoping to make that more like that 750, 800 range, but that's okay. So I'm gonna plant this right here so you guys can see it. Ah, crap. I hate computers. Pretty sure they equally... What the... I don't know what just happened. So I'm going to rewrite this. Okay. I set that as my default. Apply. Save. Now we're going to change it. Not the default. I still want the default there. But I'm going to change what it says. Plus 375 pre-market. And I'll change that to a pretty green. That's a pretty green. Well, that looks pretty good. Okay. There you go. Awesome sauce. So up 375 pre-market. It's 9 a.m. I'm going to cut the stream now. Be back. I'm probably going to trade some ES at open and all that good stuff. But we do have news at 10. Big news at 10. So I should be back before then. Thank you so much. Link in the description below. Coupon code top right. And that'll get you 80% off. And you can get funded in 1 day. It says pass in 1 day. So, thanks guys. I will see you soon.